Hello, community. Who is my community? My community are those who are of African American descent, whose ancestors were enslaved people from the African diaspora. We have a shared experience. We come from a tumultuous history and we come from shared experiences. Today, I'd like to talk to you about a time of reconciliation. I believe that our community is in progress of being restored. I believe that there's things coming together and that things are going to be recovered that were lost. What do I mean by that? Because of chattel slavery, the breakup of the family is something that's really pertinent in our communities. Our ancestors were broken up like products to be sold and not people, like objects that could be torn apart and sold into pieces. Our men were not able to marry the women, and our children could be sold off from us. So the breakup of the family is embedded in our history. And even after emancipation, um, even after that, we were able to marry, we were able to come together, but a lot of times it was for survival. We needed to come together because of the oppression that we were under, and we needed each other. And a lot of times when we're under that sort of a pressure, we bind together and we come together and we make progress. But then something happens. That residual effects comes back into play. And then we're again at a place to where we need restoration. I believe now is a time of reconciliation. And this is talked about in the book of the Bible, Malachi. It talks about a time where there's going to be a voice that God sends that is going to facilitate the reconciliation of the fathers to the children and the children to the fathers. Let's stop there and talk about that. That applies so deeply to our experience where a lot of fathers are not in the home. Even when I was growing up, some of the vices that were around was alcohol and drugs and prison and immorality, where men had multiple families. So we saw the residual effects of slavery in our homes. Our men were taken away. There was a rule called the men in the house rule where women were not even able to get federal assistance if there was a man in the house, consistently facilitating the breakup of our families, the traditional families. But God said that there will be a time where the father's heart will return to the children and the children's heart will return to the father. And that's beautiful, naturally being said. Hey, our family's going to be restored. But there's another piece of this. There's our natural family, but we are a people of faith. And a lot of us have fallen away from our Heavenly Father. We, as His children, have fallen away from Him. We've been committed to a society that hates us, a society that tells us that we're inferior. But we serve that society, we serve that master. But I believe there's going to be a return of faith, a return back to our Heavenly Father. And I believe that He's going to empower us to become a people restored unto Him, and a people restored unto each other. If this topic resonates with you, please like, share, and follow. I look forward to your comments. Again, I'm looking forward to us reconciliation with each other, a reconciliation of the traditional family, a reconciliation of fathers to their children, children to their father, and a reconciliation to God, our Heavenly Father, who has a great plan for us, a plan for good and not evil, to bring us to an expected end. Thank you.